Welcome to the Aussie Bookstore. Yes, this is the store where we stock all Australian books by Australian authors, Australian stories, books about Australia. It's basically a store that's an ode to Australia. So, how can I help you? Did you want to browse or? Yeah, I can give you some recommendations. Um, well, depends what you're looking for. I mean, I always have my favorite books pile near me to show customers. So if you're interested, I can show you some of those. So, uh, well, I'll just start off with some novels. So some fiction novels. Um, I'll start off with one of my favorite crime writers. His name is Chris Hammer, and he has written quite a few uh, books about Australian crime stories. So I believe this was his first. And this book is set in a drought-stricken rural bush town in the middle of nowhere in Australia. And the main character, Martin, is a detective, and it's his mission to solve a murder, a very violent murder that happened at a church with a priest. So that was really captivating. I couldn't put that one down. So that's by Chris Hammer. This is another book by Chris Hammer called Silver, and it features the same main character, Martin, the same detective. So it's kind of like a sequel, bit of a follow up. And there's other characters from Scrublands that feature again in Silver. And this one, I believe, from memory, is about him returning to the town that he grew up in, and again, he has to solve another murder. So, this one is also by Chris Hammer. It's called The Kilt. I'm currently reading this one. Why it's got a bookmark in it. But this again, from what I'm up to so far, great book. So far it's about. It's actually it doesn't feature Martin, which he features in the first two books. This one is about a female homicide detective that returns to her hometown and has to solve a murder that's a body was found in the Murray River. So, but there is one character in this book that was featured in Scrublands. So all of Chris Hammer's books, his characters sort of appear in different books. So he's a really great author. I believe he used to be a reporter turned author. So yeah. Another great Australian novelist is Fiona Lowe. So she writes books about families, about love, about romance. So if you're not Australian for the crime, would you prefer a romance type or family that involves stories of family conflict? Then you might enjoy Fiona Lowe. This one's called Birthright. This is the first book of Fiona Lowe's that I read. Um, I'd never read like romance, but there are some adult themes in this. So if you like a bit of uh, love scenes, then maybe Fiona Lowe is for you. Another Fiona Lowe book that I read is A Home Like Ours. It's a bit bigger. So this one's more about a family family with children, and it's about a dysfunctional relationship. But there's a bit of a twist in the reason why the relationship is breaking down. But I won't give it away. This was a really good read. I couldn't put this one down either. So if you prefer a bit of family, a bit of romance, a bit of lust over crime, then I suggest Fiona Lowe. Another great fiction writer is Tim Winton. So his stories are very humble. Graphic design on this book. So this one's quite a small book. I think this one's more for young, maybe teenagers or older children. It's quite an easy read. But I do believe that this Blueback has recently been made into a film starring Eric Bana, I believe. So I haven't seen the movie yet. Oh, you have? Was it good? Yeah, I'd like to read the book first before I see the movie. So, but I've read this, so I will watch the movie soon. Another great book is called Honeybee by Craig Silvey. So this is his second book, I believe. His first one was Jasper Jones. And this story is about a young teenage boy that is trans, that identifies as a female, but people around him and his lifestyle doesn't really allow for him to explore that. So it is quite sad. It's heavy. So if you like a bit of drama, B is a fantastic book. Another author I felt was similar to Craig Silvey is Trent Dalton. I think he was a journalist too, journalist turned author, like Chris Hammer. So, I find the reporters that turn into authors, they really have really great experience in writing for people. So to turn that into novels fantastic. They've got great life experience. So look, you can see all of the different awards that this book actually won. And I believe that this is a fiction book, but I believe that Dalton, the author, takes a lot of his own personal experiences from his childhood and puts them into this story. And I believe that they are currently making a mini series for Netflix about Boy Swallows universe. So this was Dalton's follow-up book. This is a sad book. The main character is called Molly, and she just has a very sad life. It's actually set in 1942 during the Second World War, and it actually involves when Darwin was bombed. There's a chapter that is focused around the Darwin bombing. If they're making a series about Boy Swallows universe, and there's might be a chance they'll make a series about All Our Shimmering Stars, which would be fantastic. It was such a great book. So yeah, these are some of my top picks for fiction. So what did you think of that? Any of those? You like Trent Dalton? Okay. Which one? Both of them? Okay. Well, I'll put those aside because there's something else I'd like to show you. Both Trent Daltons, but actually Trent Dalton wrote a third book, and this one's called Love Story. But this one is not fiction. This one is actually based on real people's stories about love. So Trent actually set a desk and a chair up in the middle of Brisbane, Queensland CBD, and he would just basically sit there and people would approach him and he would ask them to tell a love story from their life. Some of them are sad and some of them are happy and some of them are funny, some of them are scary. Got all sorts here. He doesn't discriminate on what sort of love story. Jam-packed with all different love stories. And I believe that is him at his desk in Brisbane with a typewriter that was gifted to him. So, yeah, so this is Trent Dalton's follow-up book, but it's non-fiction. So, what did you think of that? Not interested in that one? Okay. You're more into fiction? Okay. But you do like autobiography? Okay, well I have a few of those. Yep, I can show you some more. So, this one, Vegemite, by Jamie Pallister. This one is actually the true story of the man who invented an Australian icon, which is Vegemite. So, you can't get more Aussie than Vegemite, can you? So, that is an interesting read. It's just good to know where icons of Australia are born, how Vegemite came to be. what else have I got? Oh, I got this one. I've recently read this. Dick Smith wrote a book, My Adventurous Life. Dick Smith is the entrepreneur, businessman. He started with Dick Smith Electronics, and then he moved on to his Aussie food range. And basically, it's about how he started, how he became such a tycoon in the business world, and all his many adventures, which include flying around the world in helicopters multiple times. Yeah, he's lived a very interesting life, very adventurous life, like the title says, my adventurous life. So yeah, and this one's got great, it's got photos of the world and photos of of him through his life. That one was good. Um, this book is by Hannah Gatsby. You've probably heard of her Netflix special called Nanette. Sorry, their Netflix special called Nanette. Excuse me for that. So basically, Hannah talks about how they came up with Nanette, but actually, they go through their whole childhood. They actually experienced a lot of trauma, and they talk about how uh, their struggles with mental health, how they got started in the comedy world. Um, yeah, it's interesting. I actually felt like I took on a lot of baggage when I read this, so it's a heavy read, but not for you. Okay, no worries. Um, okay, something more light-hearted. We've got. Have you heard of the Real Housewives of Melbourne? Yeah. Well, Jackie Gillies is one of the housewives from Housewives of Melbourne, and she wrote a book called Shine It Up, which is just about her life, her childhood. Um, she's actually a psychic medium, and she goes into detail about how she got into the psychic medium world and how she met her husband, Ben Gillies from Silverchair, and how she got onto the Real Housewives of Melbourne. So yeah, that is it's a bit more light-hearted than Henny Gatsby. So yeah, I've also enjoyed this one. This is also another housewife from the Real Housewives of Melbourne, the very famous Gina Liano. Her book's called Fearless: My Life, My Way. Gina quote. So, um, yeah. So this again, it's similar to Jackie Gillies. It's just basically about her upbringing, her career in law, also about how she got into the Real Housewives of Melbourne, and yeah, it's actually funny. She's quite a funny woman, and she tells a good story. And she actually talks about her battle with cancer. So she's done a lot in her life. She's a bit of an Aussie icon. Look at her in her housewife dress with her tan, her fake tan. So that's also lighthearted. Um, this one, this is actually by an independent author. It's by Phil Bufalo. It's called A Suitcase Full of Koalas, and it's basically about her travels around the world. So if you'd like to get, it's written in a very humorous way, very full of stories that you think, did that actually happen? Like, how can so many things happen to one person? So that's the author, Phil Bufalo. So they're all of my recommendations for non-fiction. Did any of those tickle your fancy? You're interested in, okay, The Housewives. You like more light-hearted. Well, I got Gina and Jackie. So. Jackie? Oh, you? Yeah, I actually like psychic medium movies as well. I do believe in that sort of stuff. So yeah, bit of a fan of Jackie Gillies. So, and I believe she's going to be on the celebrity version of The Amazing Race Australia. So you'd like that one too? I have one more category of books that I can recommend. They're more like uh, lifestyle books, help financial comedy. So I'll start off with this one by comedian Kitty Flanagan. Uh, it's her follow-up. So she has a book called 488 Rules for Life, which was a mock of the 12 Rules for Life. Because Kitty believed that you need a lot more than 12. And it's just a very funny um, telling of her, what she believes should be rules in life. So things that annoy her, she'll have a rule for. So it's funny. So I have 488 rules out the back, but this is actually the follow-up to 488 rules. It's actually called More Rules for Life because I think that she realised that there's probably more things that irritate her than 488. So she wrote a smaller version with more rules. I can read you one now so we can have a bit of a laugh. Um, Rule 582. Bring your food up to your mouth. Don't take your face down to your plate. Food is always exciting, but it arrives at the table when it arrives at the table. But it's important to remember we're not livestock in a barn. Keep your head up. Don't lower it down to the trough. And start snuffling. Good advice because I can't stand people that eat like so that's a funny one. This one's called Home, and this is by uh, Chica, who is also a Real Housewife of Melbourne. So this one's basically just, I would call it more of a photo book than anything. Of things around her house, be into that. That's not bad. Oh, your sister's birthday's coming up. Yeah, she likes that sort of thing. You've got this one too. It's a gift? Okay. I actually can gift wrap it for you as well, if you like. No worries. Also around the house is the gardening a common sense guide. I think it's distributed by the Better Homes and Gardens, so very Aussie. And this one's just, it's all information about how to make your garden nice, how to grow things, how to maintain things. Yeah. And I got one more book that I can recommend. It's by David Koch, who used to be on Sunrise, recently left. It's his 11-step money plan for a better life. So it's just basically financial advice, and it's a bit boring, I'm not gonna lie, but I used it because I was interested in sorting out my financials, and so this is more of like a self-help financial book. Not your jam? Okay, no worries. So far you've got for your sister the gift, Chica, home. For yourself you've got Jackie Gillies, Shine It Up. And then you've got the two Trent Dalton novels, Boy Swallows Universe and All Our Shimmering Stars. So you've got four. Did you want any more? Or did you want to look around? Or are you happy with my recommendation? You happy with my recommendation? Okay. Well, I will check those up for you. So, all up, they come to $98. How do you like to pay? Yep, no worries. I'll just get the F cards. Okay. You can just tap. Thank you. And I'll just quickly gift wrap your sister's gift for you. Okay, there you go. You enjoy your books and come back to the store and let me know how you went and what you liked, and maybe I can help you pick some more books next time you come to the Aussie Bookstore. Alright, have a good day. Okay, bye.